This is Andy Purewal for Boxing Social in association with Betfred, and I'm joined by Aqib Fiaz over Zoom. Aqib, how are you doing?
I'm good, Andy, mate. How are you?
I'm good, mate. I'm good. Obviously, we saw each other out in Las Vegas recently for Chantel's fight. We never had a catch-up interview ourselves, so might as well do one now. Aqib, just before we come on to what's coming up for yourself with regards to the August 7th fight, just start off with Las Vegas, the experience you had out there for you and your own career, what you got up to.
Yeah, it's good. Like you say, I'm not boxed for a while, so it's good to go out there, get some good sparring in different gyms, and get because when they spar there, they spar hard, don't they? So it's like a fight, and there's good atmosphere all the time. So yeah, it was good experience, mate. Good learning for me as well. So it was really good. Yeah, I enjoyed it.
I remember when we was out there, you mentioned to me you was hoping for you'd spoken to somebody about potentially sparring Gervonta Davis. Can you just let me know or fill us in as to what happened with regards to that in the end?
Well, my brother was sorting it out, wasn't it? Like he spoke to him, asked Sam out there. He was sorting it out, but don't know. His coach was just a bit. They said yeah, and then it was like they didn't really get back to us with any time or anything, and they weren't really clear. So it was just never happened, which I was gutted about, really.
I mean, I know. Listen, he's obviously a sensational talent, but uh, have you guys kept in touch? Are you looking at maybe doing something down the line?
Well, no, we've got his number and that, his coach's number. So hopefully if it works well, next time we go over there, if he's over there, training for the fight, I'm sure we'll try and get in for some sparring. Yeah, it's a good experience, like you say. It's learning. You got to just, I think, when you're in a position like that, out there in a place like Vegas, you got to just take the opportunities, and you and just go and spar with anyone and everyone that you can, really.
We'll come on to Gervonta's fight with Mario Barrios this past weekend later on in the interview, but to just stick with yourself and come back to yourself, obviously out on August 7th now, the Kid Galahad Jazza Dickens undercard. Nothing announced yet with regards to an opponent, Aki, but have you got anything in the pipeline? Anybody you're considering?
No, not really, mate. Like you say, I've got my management, Steve Wood and Eddie, and everyone at guys at Matchroom and Jamie on it. They obviously do find the opponents and pick the right fights for me at the right time. So yeah, it's their job, innit, mate. So I'll know soon enough, hopefully.
How much of a step up are you looking for, Akib, on the back of Karen Baker? How much better of an opposition are you hoping to be in the ring with?
Definitely. Obviously, you want to step up. You want to keep moving up the ladder, don't you? I think it don't. Again, I'm not really too. Like I don't really look too far into it, too much into it. It's kind of like it's not really my job, is it? Really, my job is to be in the gym, training, learning, and then on the night, fight and get the win and try and better myself every time.
I remember previously asking you about it with regards to a potential name, one which would be Yusuf Kamari. Yusuf has fought Cain Baker, stopped Cain Baker, your past opponent. Would it be something you'd be interested in? I know a couple of people kind of mentioned it on social media. It'd be an interesting matchup just to see how the pair of you would fare in the ring.
Yeah, of course, mate. Like I said, it's a good fight in it, but again, like I said, it's not really my job, is it, mate? So I just do my job, and if it's him, it's him, and if it's not him, it's whoever it is. You know what I mean? I've got to do my job. So you know, like you say, it would be a good fight, like people mentioned. Of course, it would, but like you say, it's not my job, so we'll see.
Now, fighting at the beginning of August, it would be one of those dates which, if you didn't have any injuries, it would leave you the opportunity to box maybe once more beyond it this year. Is that the plan, provided August 7th goes to plan? You want to be out at least once more?
Yeah, yeah. Like I say, it's been frustrating time on it through the pandemic. By the time I fight, it will be 10 months that I've been out the ring. But like you say, it's not the best, not ideal for a prospect. Who wants to be active, who wants to be learning the trade, and like you say, doing your job. Really, we've been out of work, but like you say, things are looking better, aren't they? Yeah, so hopefully we get out more. And like I say, I'm only young though, so it's not so bad. I've been in the gym every day since my last fight, learning and bettering myself. And like you say, out in Vegas, working, training. Do you know what I mean? So I wouldn't really say like it's been too bad for me because since my last fight, I feel like I've improved even more. And on the night, hopefully, we're looking for a big performance. Yeah.
I remember how gutted you were on the back of not being able to fight at Fight Camp. Now you get to fight at Fight Camp 2.0, which may well be an even better proposition for yourself because fans will be there. How much are you looking forward to that prospect?
Yeah, no, I'm really looking forward to it. I'm not looking forward to the fact that I'm only getting a set amount of tickets, and everyone in Oldham trying to take my arm off for them. But yeah, obviously I can't wait. It's going to be a big event, and by the sounds of things, first to zone shows and everything like that, it sounds like it's going to be great. Great atmosphere in the garden. I was gutted last year, like you say, but everything happens for a reason, and we're here again. And it's the same date as last year that I was supposed to be on, the 7th of August. So yeah, everything happens for a reason.
Well, hopefully there's no bad omens there.
Yeah.
But just kind of with you mentioned the DAZN show starting off with the week before yourself with Conor Ben. What do you make of the Matchroom DAZN link up? And obviously as a fighter, how do you feel you'll benefit from it?
Of course, I think especially for people like me, prospects that are coming through the ranks and stuff, it's going to be great because it gives us opportunities, not just here, all over the world. And, everyone's watching our fights. I think it's over 200 countries, isn't it? So it's massive. More opportunities, more eyes on boxing. Boxing is just bigger and better, and it's getting bigger and better by the day. So, I think Matchroom are announcing, as we speak, they're announcing their own lineup for the commentary team and stuff like that. So, it's big news, you know what I mean? And it's, massive times for boxing ahead.
I was going to say that, just announced it. Get your thoughts on it, Aqib, off the top of my head. You got Mike Costello, Tony Bellew, Andy Lee, Moya Jama, Laura Woods, and then Darren Barker and Chris Lloyd. I think that's all 7.
I think so, yeah. Like you say, what a lineup. Like you say, some of the best boxing brains are on there, and I'm sure they'll have more people on there that know what they're doing and stuff. So, like you say, it's exciting times, really exciting. I can't wait to just see what the shows look like, how they come across on TV and stuff and everything like that. So, like I say, boxing, especially British boxing, the fans are very vocal, aren't they, on the commentary team and everything like that. So every detail has to be right, and I'm sure they will get it right. By the sounds of things, it already looks good.
Aqib, just to move away from yourself, touch on some of your camp mates. Firstly, as we mentioned Chantal earlier, we never touched on a fight. What did you make of her stoppage victory out in Vegas?
Yes, I mean, the fight, it was perfect, really punched perfect from Chantal. Maybe the referee sort of ruined her performance by jumping in, I think, a little bit too late, not too early, a little bit too late. You could have stopped it, say, about 30 seconds, a minute before that when the girl was really hurt. But, it is what it is. All in all, it was a top performance and a top week, We spent literally the full week just laughing and joking and having a good time. And obviously you was there, Andy, you seen, it was a good experience, and Chantal did really well. And, she's looking for bigger and better fights now down the line, yeah.
For one name that has continued to be mentioned with Chantal's now is Katie Taylor. How do you feel, or how do you think Chantal would fare against Katie, the woman who many consider to be the star of female boxing?
Yeah, I think it'd be a great fight. Chantal is, I'd say she's massively underrated, but I feel like with Matchroom and DAZN now and the big platform that she's got, everyone will start seeing her talents, and I definitely think that's the fight that she could win. Do you know what I mean? I know, speaking to her, that it's the fight she really wants. Just to test herself, really, and see that. And I'm sure she'd be very confident, and we all are. It'd be an hard fight. It won't be easy because Katie is as good as they say, isn't she? She's proved it time and time again. But like you say, she needs that fight to prove how good she is.
Moving forwards once again, you've got Taylor-Catterall. Now, obviously, Jack was out with you again in Vegas. The week after Josh Taylor had fought, obviously, Chantal was fighting, so it kind of overlaps, but Jack was at Josh's fight. Just want to get your thoughts on kind of that fight. If it does go ahead next, what do you make of Jack's chances against the man who is now #1 at super lightweight in Josh Taylor?
Yeah, like you say, it's a hard fight, isn't it? It's probably one of the hardest fights Jack could have got for the world title if you look at the past champions. I think Hooker, Ramirez, and now Taylor. Probably the hardest fight Jack could have got. But in our mind, in the gym, and going, when you talk about game plans and tactics, the way Jamie talks about it, and the way Jack is up for it, it could be like a massive upset, because it would be, not not many people are expecting Jack to win, but we are. We all believe in him. He's in the gym, like you say. He's out in Vegas sparring, learning. He's in the gym straight away when we got back, learning, trying to better himself all the time. Jack loves the game, so he wants to fight, and Jack's got a massive chance, more chance than I think people are giving him. Which again, it's probably fair because Josh has proven at the top level massively, isn't he? But it's Jack's time, and I think the better opponents Jack fights or spars. I've seen it in sparring. When he's in there with better people, he's always better. So, yeah, it's going to be a great fight. I look forward to it.
I imagine you guys had spoken about Josh's fight with Jose. Speaking with Jack about it, I know you won't want to give too much away, but did you guys see weaknesses in Josh's performance that you feel Jack could exploit?
Yeah, that as well as Jack's a lot better than people think too. So a mixture of both, really. There was things that Josh did wrong, and obviously there's things that Jack does really well that I think he could exploit Josh's weaknesses a bit more than Ramirez. So yeah, it's going to be a great fight, and like you say, the best man win on the night, and we're confident.
Moving forward once again, just to stick with super lightweight though, Gervonta Davis, as we mentioned earlier, he was victorious against Mario Barrios this past weekend, stopping him late on. Just your thoughts on his performance and his win first and foremost?
Yeah, like you say, it could have been a blessing in disguise not sparring him. So he's a massive puncher, and obviously the question was, does he take the power up to 140? And Barrios was a lot bigger, and he showed that he did take the power up there. So he's a superstar, isn't he? But I think you want to see the fights against the likes of Lopez, Lomachenko, and these guys. So he's showing that he's up there definitely, and there'll be good fights. But I don't know. Them guys are obviously elite, and he needs to get in there now so we can see the best of him.
I was going to say, how do you think he would fare against one of those names that you've just mentioned, like a Teofimo Lopez? You've got Lomachenko knocking about still, Ron Garcia when he's back, Devin Haney. How do you think he would fare against one of those guys?
Listen, it's top highest level of boxing, isn't it? It's elite level boxing, and one thing we do know about Gervonta Davis is he's got that game-changing power, do you know what I mean? Where if he lands, it's good night for anyone, I think. And them guys, I know they're good boxers, I know they're special, a lot of them. But like you say, it just takes one, doesn't it? So they'd be top fights, and obviously, like you say, anything can happen in boxing. So either way, them fights go, all of them. Sorry, I'm sitting on the fence, but that's how I see it. Do you know what I mean? Any way, all of them fights, you could have them on different days, and you'd have different results every time, I think.
And then we also saw Vasyl Lomachenko return to the ring, and he was successful against Nakatani. Did you catch his win, Aqib?
Yeah, I saw some highlights. It was on late, wasn't it? So I saw some highlights and stuff. Yeah, he looked good. He looked in top form. He was, vicious, really. He looked like he had a point to prove. And again, I've always liked Lomachenko, but I feel like a lot of people have wrote him off since his fight with Lopez. But I'd like to see that fight again. Not that I see it going a different way, but I think it'd be a lot better fight. And I remember in the last fight, he woke up sort of around 9-10. But I think this time he'd know that he'd have to be, on his game a lot earlier. So it'd be a better fight, and it could go either way, really. I don't know, but he's a top, he's top name in the lightweight division, and it's a great division, but he's definitely up there as one of the best for me.
Right, Aqib, we will leave that there now. I'll leave you to enjoy the rest of your day and enjoy camp. Thank you for your time today, though, mate. Look after yourself, and I'm sure I'll see you again soon. Thank you for speaking to Boxing Social.
Cheers. Thank you, Andy. Take care, mate.